do what you've always done, you will always get what you've always got. And if that's okay with you, then so be it. But if you want something different, if you want to make a change in your life, if you really truly want to have different results, then we're going to help you make those changes. We're going to help you think bigger, and we're going to help you think different. All right. And so as we get started tonight, we want to get started with some traditions that we like to do here at Champion Enterprises. And this is our tradition rally. And our tradition rally is something that we really absolutely take a lot of pride in. It's something we've done for years and years and years. And we believe that this is what causes us to build champions. And at Champion Enterprises, we take a lot of pride in looking at our team and knowing that, we all come in, we're all the same. We're all absolutely the same. We've been raised in an environment of loving parents as a whole, but we've been raised in an environment of people that tell you to go to work and get a job and make and work for the man. And unfortunately, work for the man, work for the woman, work for the corporate world, but get a job, go to college, get a degree, and all of those things. But it's really limiting us on really our true potential. And I want you to think even bigger than all of that. I want you to think past all of that. What if you could be an entrepreneur? What if you could work for yourself? And what if you could have unlimited income, completely unlimited income? What if you could be making six figures this year? And what if you could earn trips and awards and company cars and all those kind of things? And the only thing that really truly is stopping you is you. And so we've got to make a decision to change all of that and make the decision to open up the floodgates and allow yourself to have the success that we believe that you deserve. And so we're going to get this started this evening by turning it over to none other than one of our amazing directors, Ellen Lewis, a 5-star director. And we love her to share with you her Tupperware story. Now, if you've ever heard her Tupperware story before, if you're like I am, it never gets old. I'm like, tell it again, please. Because it's a beautiful story. It's a story of success. And I don't know anybody that doesn't love to hear a story of success. And so I'm going to ask Ellen to take it away and share your story of Tupper success. Thank you, Ellen.
So hi, I'm Ellen. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Ellen. I've been in Tupperware about 14 years. And it has been quite a journey. It's been quite a journey for us. When we started all those years ago, I make no bones about that. I started with the intent to make six figures. I started, and I told Pam when I was sitting with her, I said, I need to make $3,000 a month as soon as I possibly can. And she said, well, we can do that. And I said, I know it won't happen overnight. Like, I understand the business well enough to know this is not something that can happen like right now. But this is what I want to work towards. And she said, absolutely, we can do that. So now, before we had this conversation, just to kind of back it up just a little bit, before we had this conversation, I had met Pam at a networking event. It was a networking event for direct sellers, so there was no cross recruiting or anything like that. And when I met her, I joke and I say, she was like the most positive person I'd ever met. Like, seriously, like, I mean, like, I had to physically stop myself from just focusing on her. We were in a group of people, and when you meet somebody that's that magnetic, right? And that like attractive in the sense of like attracting your attention, you just can't like turn away. And so I had to like force myself to like be polite and look at everybody as they were talking, when really she was just like beaming with positivity and the energy and the vibe coming off of her. I was like, I can't get enough. I was a tired mom of toddlers and we were struggling financially. And I was just like, she was like a breath of fresh air. And so the night that I met her, I went home that night. My husband was working, he was working nights at UPS. And so a lot of times when I'd be on my way home from a party or anything like that, I would call him and I'd be like, hey, I'm on my way. You're going to be about 10 minutes late, you know, and all this. So I'd update him to let him know where I was at. And I was calling to wake him up because he put the kids to bed and then he would go to sleep for like an hour. So I called him and I was like, hey, and he's like, oh, thanks for waking me up. And I said, he said, how far out are you? I said, I'm about 10 minutes away. He's like, okay, I'll talk to you when you get home. So when I got home, he's still like super blurry eyed. Like he was just like, he couldn't even think straight. And I said to him, I was just like, I sat down and he was like splashing water in his face. And I was sitting the way the bathroom was, there was like a sofa right here. So I was sitting like on the arm of the sofa. And I was just like talking to him while he was like getting himself together. And I was like, I met the most amazing woman tonight. And he just like, I could tell he wasn't listening to me at all. And I was just like, and I said, and I'm leaving you. And he said, what? And I said, how often do I come home and say I met an amazing woman? I'm like, and you're completely ignoring me. And he's like, just give me 5 minutes, right? So he got himself awake. He comes back out. He goes, please tell me about your night. And I said, I met the most amazing woman. And I said, she was so positive. She was just absolutely everything I want to be personally and professionally. And I just, it was just, I think she's just the most amazing person. And so over the next year, I wasn't in Tupperware yet. And Pam she was working with me where I was at in this other company that I was with, trying to help me succeed. Because I don't know, she just saw something in me, and I always went out of my way to try to put myself in a position to be around her whenever we were in that situation, because I just wanted to drink in that energy to try and like fill my cup so I could go forward and do what I needed to do. So I was with this other company and I went to our conference, and it was, with this company, it was a startup company. And so I was one of the first 40 consultants, and everybody, okay, knows that you can only make money in direct sales if you get in on the ground floor. Well, that is a big fat lie. And I am living proof of that. Okay. That's a big fat lie, because you know what's on the ground floor? Mud is on the ground floor, and the elevator doesn't work, and you are stuck there trying to claw your way up. Okay. So don't buy into it. So when you're talking to somebody about your Tupperware business and they're like, oh, well, I'm with this company and we're brand new and I'm one of the first, blah, blah, blah. Just let them say what they're going to say, but don't buy into it. You're in the right place. So she would say things to me like, your company's not ready for you. And I was just like, what? I'm like, she's just trying to recruit me. Every time she'd make a comment like that, I was like, she's just trying to recruit me. Well, I went to this conference, and they were recognizing the first 40 people, like the first 40 consultants, which is what I was. And so I go up on the stage and I'm standing there, and they're going on and on about how great we are and we're trailblazers and blah, blah, blah. Right. And it was almost like they left us on the stage too long, because at first I was very proud to be up there. And then I was looking out at this audience and I was thinking, you know what, there's somebody out there that is wishing they were me. And I had to beg, borrow, and steal to get here, literally. And I wasn't making money. And here I am being paraded on this stage as success. And I was like, this is BS. Like I was like right then and there, I was like, this is smoke and mirrors. And I was starting to believe all direct sales was smoke and mirrors. So I came home, I kept working, and then finally I was fed up. And one day I was tired. Eric was looking for a job, and he was still working nights at UPS, but he needed another full-time job. And so he was just like, we were just in a miserable place. And I said, I went to a meeting, and Pam and I are like, hey, Pam's like, well, we're walking out to the car together. Like I said, I just like would time things so that we'd be walking out together, walking in together, as much time as I could spend. And she said, how are things going? And I said, oh, you know, Eric just really needs a win. You know, he's struggling. He needs a job, and he just really needs a win right now. And she looked at me and she said, he's not the only one. And I was like, what? Like, and anybody who really truly knows me, my heart is totally on my sleeve. You can take one glance at me and know something is right or something is wrong. There's just no two ways about it. And that's just who I am. And so she's like, he's not the only one. And I said, what? And I was just like, well, and she's like, what's going on in your business? And I said, you know what? I went to this conference and I told her, you know, what had happened. And I said, I'm starting to believe that all this direct sales stuff is smoke and mirrors. And she's like, what? And I was like, I think it's smoke and mirrors. I don't think you can actually make money in direct sales. And she said, well, I make money. And I was like, yeah, but you've been doing this for 20 years. I need money now. Like, I was like, I need it in 20 years, but I need it now. Like, I got bills to pay. And she's like, okay. She said, she kind of went back to the conversation about Eric. And it was funny because she's like, oh, does he like the computers? And I was like, yeah, I guess. And she's like, maybe you could sell Tupperware online. I'm like, you're trying to recruit my husband right now? I'm like, seriously? So we split, go our separate ways. And she said something, and she's like, oh, we should get together. And I was like, yeah, maybe, I'm leaving town this weekend. I got to go home. My dad was really sick at the time. I'm like, I got to go home. She's like, okay, well, call me when you get back. So I no sooner, like I was stepping one foot into the house and the phone is ringing, and Eric's walking towards me because again, he has to go to work. And he looks at the caller ID, says, it's Pam Clift. And he'd met her like once or twice. And I said, seriously? And I thought, she's calling to recruit Eric right now. I'm like, how good is she that when I'm driving home, she's calling to recruit my husband? And so I was just kind of laughing, and he answers the phone. He's like, oh yeah, she's walking in right now. And so he hands me the phone, and she's like, doll, I've been thinking about you, and I just want to go ahead and set something up for when you get back. And I was like, okay. And so we set something up. So I went home that weekend. And like I said, my father was really sick, and I knew that weekend wasn't about me. It was about going to see my father, and my sisters were both there. And but again, remember, I wear my heart on my sleeve, and anybody who really loves me and knows me can tell that something's going on just by looking at me. And I went home, and I knew that weekend wasn't about me, but I'm in there with all these people that love me the most in life. And nobody noticed that I was just drowning. I was absolutely drowning. And so finally it's Sunday morning, and I was like, I have to get out of here. Like, I'm going to lose it. Like, I'm so broken, and I don't know where to go. And these people are the people I thought were going to try and put me back together this weekend. They're not doing it. And I'm like, I have to leave. So I got in the car, and the kids were 2 and 3, I think, when I started in Tupperware. And I got in the car, and it was about a 2.5, 3-hour drive from home to where we live. And from back home to our new home, right? Everything's home, right? Wherever love is, that's home for me. So if I'm staying in a hotel room and I say home, that means like I'm going to where my family is together in a hotel room. So everything's home to me where love is. And so I was heading back to Cleveland, and I was like, I'm watching the rearview mirror. And as soon as we got on the highway, the kids fell asleep, and the floodgates open, and I literally cried for 2.5 hours. I cried until like about getting off the exit ramp in Strongsville. And the kids slept the entire time, which they never do. So that was all God just kind of giving me a moment. And I remember crying, and I was driving, and I was just like, God, I can't make any more hard decisions. I can't do this anymore. I need help. Please just tell me what to do. Make it clear what it is I'm supposed to do right here. And something I forgot to mention, we had a failed business, which is why we were in the financial trouble that we were in. We lost our cars. We were in the process of losing our house. There was a lien on it for more than it was worth. We knew that there was not much we could do to save that. And our future was very uncertain. And we'd been going through that for about 1.5 years, 2 years. And so it just wears on you. It just makes you weary. You're exhausted. And so I was just like, please, God, just help me, help me, help me. And so I go home, I put on the face, get the kids out of the car, go about my business, right? So I sit down and I meet with Pam the next day, and we made a good old fashioned pros and cons list about being in Tupperware and staying where I was at. And it was very clear that Tupperware had a lot more opportunities to me from that list. And so I was kind of like, okay. And at this time, I was playing my cards pretty close to my vest with Pam, because I did not want her to know that we were like living below poverty, quite honestly, poverty standards when you income to how people in the household. We were way below that, like way below that. Like, I look back at the money that we made at that time, and I don't know how we got by like that. So that in itself was all God. Like, he just always seemed to like bring us whatever we needed in that moment, and just to get us to the next point. And so I did. I was like, okay, I guess this is what I need to do. And I looked at her right in the eye and I was like, Pam, I don't know what you can do with me because I can't date parties and I can't recruit. And she was like, I can teach you all of those things. She's like, I can teach you all of that. If you want to do this, we can make this work. And I'm like, all right. So I was like, all right, I'll give it a shot. And I was like, I need to go home and talk to my husband. And really, I didn't need to talk to him. I needed to go home and check my bank account because I did not want my card denied in front of Pam friggin' Clift. Okay. That wasn't happening. So I went home, I checked it. It was funny because I walked in and Eric's like, so are you Tupperware lady? And I said, no, not yet. And he goes, seriously, you didn't sign up? And I said, I need to check our account. I'm going to sign up. I'll do it tomorrow. I'm meeting with her again tomorrow. So we set up a follow-up appointment, right? So I met with her the next day and got signed up. So I promised myself, because I'd been with two direct sales companies before Tupperware. So I promised myself that I would not leave any stone unturned. Like this was the last and final direct sales company I was joining, period. And I told myself, this woman clearly has success. She's built successful leaders. I'm going to do anything she tells me to do, no questions asked. And so it was kind of the running joke that it was like, she said jump, I said how high. I didn't ask why. I didn't ask where. I just said, how high? What are we doing? We're like, let's go. And so I tried everything she put in front of me. I wasn't successful at all of it, but she's like, go and talk to your people and say this. Go and talk to your friends, family, say this, go and date these parties, and we dated my launch party. And so we got parties from that. And so I made the level manager at the end of my first month. And at the end of that first month, I had like $4,000 in personal sales. I had 5 recruits and I had somewhere like right around $6,000, I think, in unit sales. And I made over $1,500 in my first month. And now with this other company that I was like the charter person with and all this recognition, I had a fancy title and all this stuff. I didn't make that much in my best month at that company, with including step up bonuses and things like that. And it was like, holy cow, I made this in my very first month in Tupperware because I had that concentration on that personal sales, because most of it came from my 25% commission and my volume bonuses on my sales. And I was just like, holy smokes. I was like, this is the best kept secret ever. So I was on a mission to tell everybody. I was like, you got to do this. You got to do this. You're crazy if you don't do this. Listen, I made all this money. You can make this money too. This is amazing. And that Christmas, now mind you, my middle child, she was 2. And so she was born after we closed our store. I was pregnant with her when we closed our store. And I had yet to buy her a piece of clothing. And as a mom, you think about that. Even before you're a mom, you think about that, about the shoes that you're going to buy and the dresses and the clothes and the cute little plaid shirts and all the things that you think about when you think about having children. And I had yet to purchase a single piece of clothing for that child. Now, she never went without because we had such an amazing family support on both sides. But it's heartbreaking not to be able to do those things. And I still take great pride in buying my kids shoes. There's something about shoes. When I see them in shoes, I just get so excited. I'm like, oh, look at their little stride right shoes. There's something about shoes that because my kid, they only had 2 pairs of shoes, usually a pair of Crocs and a pair of tennis shoes. That's all they had. And a pair of boots, of course, because Northeast Ohio, but that was it. And so, it was remarkable. And so when I went on that mission, I managed to step up to the level of director within 6 months, because at the time it was a 6-month program. So that was actually the fastest I could possibly do it. And, but during that time, it wasn't without struggle, and that's the big thing. Pam said, everybody loves a success story. You know what people love more than a success story? They love a story of struggle, because everyone can relate to that on some level. Whether it is, a struggle about not being able to provide for your family, or whether it's a struggle about confidence, gaining confidence in a business, or becoming independently wealthy, or being able to, be independent, period. And that is, the whole first year of my business was highs and lows, and it was, my father died right before I became director. And so he was sick that entire time. So anytime I looked at my calendar and I had more than 48 hours, actually, if I had at least 48 hours, sometimes 36 hours even. I would get in the car and I would drive home. And at the time, gas prices were so high, unemployment was sky high, food costs were so high. And I remember I was just like, I'll figure it out. Like, I have to go see him. And when I actually did the math one time, those 2 years after he passed, and I realized I went home on average every week and a half. That's a lot in a minivan. It does not get good gas mileage. That was a lot. But I was just like, I told myself, I was like, I don't want to have any regrets. And I approached, my going to see my father. That was like, I don't want to have any regrets. I didn't know what was going to happen, but it's something somewhere inside I did. And I was like, I didn't want any regrets. I wanted to be there as much as I possibly could. And I feel the same way about this business. I don't want to have any regrets. I don't want to leave anything undone, and then even after he passed away, we ended up losing our house that fall. We couldn't stop that ball from rolling. We ended up moving with my in-laws for 9 months, which was interesting. And at the same time, it was such a blessing, to be able to have that time with them and to be able to just kind of experience them on a different level and in a good way. And then they actually purchased a house for us, and we bought it from them via land contract, and we paid it off in 5 years, because if you ever lose a house, you don't ever want that to happen again. And you make darn sure. So that was our number one prayer, is to pay that house off. And so it's one of the most remarkable businesses. And again, I could go on and on about all the highs and lows over the 14 years, but the bottom line is, no matter why you're here, no matter what brought you here, no matter what struggle it is you're facing, these people that you see on these Zooms, these people that you see posting things day in, day out, week in, week out, these people can be your lifeline and support if you let them. But it doesn't come without sacrifice, and it doesn't come without change, because I am not the same person I was 14 years ago. And I'm really proud to say that, because I have evolved into a better mom, a better wife, a better daughter, a better human. And it's continuing to evolve. And that's what this business offers. Yes, you can get financial freedom. Yes, you can pay off your debt. Yes, you can help other people, build a team. Yes, you can stock your kitchen full of Tupperware. And yes, you can change, and you can become the best version of yourself. And I'm still not the best version. I'm still a work in progress. We all are. But this is a great place to do it. And it's so amazing, the support system that's here. And so these people, they are my family, and I know that I am their family too. And we all together can be family. And so, so that is what today is all about. And it's about dreaming. It's about dreaming of what you want out of this business. And that is what Pam's going to talk to us about. So I'm going to take it back to Pam.
All right. Thank you so much, Ellen. And that was awesome. Yes, give her a hand. All right. Send them some hearts in the feed there. If you're on the Facebook Live, put some hearts in there. You can certainly tell her thank you right there, or you can put it in the chat. Absolutely. Please do that. And that is one of the things that I always encourage you guys to say your ahas, because that is how she is actually rewarded. Because obviously, she doesn't make money off of everybody that's on this Zoom. She off of her personal team, of course, but we like all of our directors to cross train, and their paycheck sometimes comes to the heart, and that's okay with a lot of us. All right. We love paychecks for the heart. And so I thank you so much, Ellen, for sharing with us from your heart and about your business. So Ellen, I have one question for you. Is it legit? Do you make real money in Tupperware?
Oh my gosh, I make so much real money in Tupperware. It's crazy.
Awesome.
We don't do paychecks anymore, but guys.
That's awesome. That's good to hear. That's so good to hear. And I have to tell you, one of the very first things I ever said to our sweet Jenny, some of you know Jenny Cheatham, when I met her, and I laugh about it now because I look back on it, because I think, well, that was kind of a smart aleck thing for me to say, because she told me about it, because I don't really totally remember saying this to her. Although I do remember meeting her the first time and thinking I really liked her. But she says that I said to her that she had made a smart aleck remark to me, like she really didn't like direct sales and really didn't believe in direct sales or think that there's, any future in it for her. And I said back to her, well, I hope you hang around long enough to find out. And I don't really remember saying that to her, but that does sound like something I would say. But I would say it with truly meaning it. I hope you hang around long enough to find out. She has, yay. But I am hoping tonight that if you're here and you're looking at this, all of this, and you're thinking, really, I'm hoping that you find out. I'm hoping that you find out from firsthand experience that this is real. And this is an opportunity for you too to be making the big money. And I want to also share with you, if you're here for part-time money, we're absolutely wanting you to be here too, okay? Everybody doesn't have to have the same dream to be part of the same team, all right? And so if you want the big money, if you want to go to the top, if you want to drive the company car, if you want the trips like you've seen Ellen take and Loretta take and myself take, we want you here. But if you want to make extra money because you already have another career and you need extra money, maybe for that side vacation, or maybe you want to remodel your house, or maybe you'd like to have a third car because you have a 15-year-old that's going to be turning 16 soon, whatever the case may be, we want you here. Okay, it's totally okay. And we are going to help you get to your dream and get to the level of success that you're looking at, that you want to have. And so I'm going to share my screens right now. Okay. All right. And so I want to tell you that this is your chance to take the change, take control, and take the stage of success. And like I said, your stage of success, whatever that means for you and for your family. And so we're proud to empower over 3 million women around the world. And, I say that because I know that we have a lot of Tupper men today in our Tupperware business, and I love that. But even a Tupper man has to be proud of the fact that we're able to do so much for women around the world, because let's face it, there are women in other third world countries that have had a really horrendous life and not had job opportunities that Tupperware has been able to provide for them in third world countries. That's pretty remarkable. And of course, in our country here in the United States, we have an opportunity today to provide also startup businesses for women in all communities. And one of the things I love so much that I like to refer back to so often is what we did for women in the 40s and the 50s when we first started out, and when the World War was over, and how men came back from the war and women were asked to leave the factory, that they had been asked to go to the factories and work. And Tupperware was there to employ those women that wanted to work and were used to working and were used to that money. And guess what? We were the first company to give out company cars to women. And we also had the very first woman on the front cover of Business Weekly. And so we have empowered women, and we continue to do that. In fact, building confidence is how that's happened for us, and taking women and helping them build their confidence. But I find that that works for both women and men. And you heard Ellen's story, how I knew that her husband, who I love, Eric, needed a vote of confidence, and needed not only did she need that, but he needed that as well. And I know that today I look at gaining confidence, even myself, but helping others gain that confidence too. And I want you to write this down, and I want you to think about this, because I will share with you, I am not here to be average. I'm here to be awesome. And I'm here to leave a legacy. And I will tell you that I think that all of us need to think about this, and, literally, no matter what you do, do it 100%. And be the very, very best at whatever you are doing, and be here to be awesome. And so most people are skeptical about what I do, because society has taught us to look for jobs and not opportunities. And Tupperware truly is an opportunity. It is an opportunity for you to make as much money as you want. And you also can make as little as you want. You can make a little bit of part-time money, or you can make full-time career, and you can make as much money as that doctor that lives next door. It's all up to you. The hardest thing to do is leave your comfort zone, but you have to let go of the life you're familiar with and take the risk to live the life you're dreaming about. And I want to really encourage you to dream tonight. And so I want you to be thinking about, what do you want to be? What do you want to do? What do you want to have? What do you want to give? The heart of all of that is your why. And when I say, what do you want to be? I'm thinking, what do you want to be? What do you really want to be? I mean, do you want to be a director? Do you want to be a manager? Do you want to make six figures? What do you want to do? You want to go to Disney with all your kids and let them know that you earned the trip from Tupperware and that it was an all expense paid trip? Can you imagine your husband putting his arm around you and saying, babe, you did good? Can you imagine the kids being proud of you and telling their friends at school that mommy earned a trip to Disney? What do you want to have? Can you imagine having a company car in the driveway and your husband being super proud of you because the insurance is paid for and the car is paid for by Tupperware? What do you want to give? Can you imagine having the opportunity to give? I mean, truly give. Adopting a family next year for Christmas and literally letting your children pick out gifts for those children, knowing that you're going to take it to the front door, you're going to ring the doorbell and you're going to run, not even needing to have the pat on the back or needing to have any kind of gratitude from that family, just giving, just pure giving. What do you want to give? Dream a little. What do you want to be? What do you want to do? What do you want to have? What do you want to give? See yourself achieving the goals and enjoying the special trips, the awards, the recognition. How about those six figures? You know what I have to tell you, and I often mention this, the very first time somebody told me they made six figures in Tupperware, I couldn't sleep at night. I laid awake thinking, what would my life be like? How would it be different? And, you know, Jimmy wouldn't have to work so hard. And, you know, the kids, I could get the swing set in the backyard I've been thinking about, and I could get Ryan a bike. And I would lay awake and I'd think, you know, it would just be different. And we could make, oh my goodness, what could we do different? I couldn't even sleep. And I would think about going to the grocery store without having to worry about the budget. I would think about not having to add it up in my head. How many of you have ever had to go to the grocery store without having to add it up in your head? I lived that life, okay? I would think about going to the grocery store and not telling the kids they couldn't have the extra set of cookies or the popsicles and all that stuff, you know, because honestly, it all added up, right? Or saying you could only have one thing, you know, that's what I was thinking about. How would it be different? You know, of the 6% of women in the United States that earn over $100,000 per year, 80% of them are in direct sales. 80% are in direct sales. Hello. That's a lot. You know what? I want to know, do you want to be next? I know, guys, you want to be next too, right? Well, what will happen when you do well in Tupperware? You need to write this down. You need to dream like I dreamed. You need to start thinking about what's going to be different when you're making six figures. What pressure will be off? What are some of the things that you might want to buy with that extra money? Who will benefit? What will be different? What about that success that's important to you? Who will get braces? Who will get a bicycle? You know, who will get a new car? Who will pay off their house? Who will pay off credit cards? You know, believe your dream. You get what you talk about. And so you need to talk about it. You need to talk about, I am going to make six figures. And even if you don't have anybody else around you listening, you need to look in the mirror and you need to say, I'm going to make 6 figures. I'm going to be a huge success in Tupperware. It's going to be me. When I first started in Tupperware, somebody said to me, there's only a few people make it successful in Tupperware. I remember thinking when she said that, I'm going to be one of the few. I could not wait to drive my company car to church that week when I got my first company car. And I wasn't even Catholic. And I knew that day I needed to go to confession. I'm telling you, I knew that was bad for me to be so excited about driving that company car in that church parking lot. I just couldn't help it. I was so excited because she told me only a few, and I was one of the few. I have to tell you, I'm still excited today. You know what? Get your family involved. Get the person that loves you the most involved and get them excited and tell them your dream. Tell them what you want and tell them that you're willing to put the time in and the energy in and you want their support. Set a goal on how many parties you're going to do each and every week. Maybe it's 2. And you know, today's parties are different than 3 years ago's parties. And I'm talking about Facebook parties. I'm talking about fundraising. I'm talking about custom kitchen organization. You don't have to go in anybody's home if you choose not to today. You're the boss. You're going to make the decisions here, okay? You can do in-home parties, but you can also do completely social media, completely. How many do you want to do? What will the total be for your January paycheck? How much money you want to make this month? It's not too late. You can make more than you can even think possible. What's your biggest paycheck ever? Now double it. That's what you ought to make your goal for this month. Absolutely. All right. I find that dating parties is easy. It's all in the attitude. If you say it's hard, you're 100% right. If you say it's easy, you're 100% right. Let's think about this. We have the very best product for food storage. Absolutely the best. We're the solution to the pollution. We're making a difference for the world today. We have definitely made a difference. If you don't know that, you should go to Tupperware.com and you should click on all of the different links there and start reading on the Tupperware brand site everything we're doing for the world. You need to go to LinkedIn and you go to Tupperware brands and you start reading everything we're doing. It will absolutely change your opinion. We need to help families and we're doing that. And with our Tupperware parties, we're helping families eat healthy. We give recipes, we give ideas, we help people cook healthy, we teach people wonderful ways. And you know, families get bored with the same old, and we give them new ideas. We give away free Tupperware all the time. When somebody hosts a Tupperware party, it's not uncommon for them to get more free Tupperware than sometimes money we make. Now tell me, who's doing who a favor here? We offer great prices and our party guests get wonderful deals. And remember, it's not the Tupperware that you're selling. You are selling what Tupperware does. Do remember that. You don't sell a steak, you sell the sizzle. Now, what does that mean? I want to explain it. If you've never heard me talk about it before, you don't sell Tupperware. You sell what Tupperware does. You don't sell a bowl. You sell the fact that that bowl is going to hold 59 cups. Hello. It is going to make a wonderful presentation of a beautiful fruit salad, and it's going to hold a lot of popcorn. And oh my goodness, it will make a really nice ice bucket and it'll hold a lot of beer stuffed inside that ice bucket. It looks great with wine bottles in it stuffed with ice. Oh my goodness, it is such a pretty color. You know what? The next time that you do need to go to the church function and you're carrying that great big bowl, people are going to be impressed. Can you imagine walking in with that beautiful bowl and people going, holy cow, where'd you get that bowl? It's going to cause impressions, right? You know what? That's what you sell. People love the fact that they're going to love using that bowl. They're going to love having that bowl in their kitchen. You don't sell Tupperware. You sell the feeling of having Tupperware. You sell what Tupperware does. You don't sell that grill. You sell the fact that they're going to make a steak in that grill in 5 minutes on one side, 5 minutes on the other side. They're going to serve their family chicken breast from that grill that's never dry. That's what you sell. You sell what it does. You don't sell the steak, you sell the sizzle. People don't buy a steak. They buy the fact that they're going to have a steak for their family and their family's going to be so excited about eating steak and it's going to smell so good in the house. That's what you sell. Remember, you don't sell a Tupperware party. You sell the fact that they're going to have an opportunity to get some things free. They're going to have an opportunity to see new recipes. Their friends are going to love it. You're going to give away free Tupperware. That's what you sell. Don't try to date a Tupperware party. Nobody wants to buy a Tupperware party. You know what they want to buy? Fun with their friends, free recipes, an opportunity to get together, whether it be virtually or in person. They'll buy that. Now, I want to tell you, being creative is how it's going to happen. Toddler Thursday, Wind Down Wednesday, Make It Monday, Tupper Thursday, School of Cooking, Thursday, Tequila Thursday. How about Taco Tuesday, Throwback Thursday, Foodie Friday? Get fun, get creative. You can have so much fun with getting creative with party ideas. And people will say, I want to hear your party ideas. I'm thinking about having one of my online parties that you're doing. Flashback Friday, Flip Flop Friday. How about a flashback Friday? That would be so fun. Everybody has to bring their oldest piece of Tupperware and you all talk about who has the oldest piece of Tupperware. How about that salt and pepper shaker? You know what? I remember my grandma having that salt and pepper shaker on her table when I was a little girl. That's fun. How about Wind Down Thursday time or Wind Down Wednesday or Wind Down Friday? You know what? Be creative. When you're creative, people want to be part of it. They want to be part of the fun. They love, love, love fun. What is your attitude about selling? You know what? Here's another one of your problems. We need to fix this right now. I used to believe salespeople bothered people. I need you to think again. You need to be proud to sell. Salespeople are the most wonderful people there are, and they're very important. They're important to our entire society. They make things work. They help people get what they need. Look around right now in your home. Everything you see was sold to you. You bought it, but it was sold to you and sold to you by a salesperson. You always need a salesperson to help you. Behind that salesperson, guess what? There's a factory worker and a designer and an advertiser. If you don't have a salesperson, you've taken all that income away and all those people didn't make a paycheck. And so how important is that salesperson? Very important. When we are gentle, we can be bold. Salespeople don't have to be pushy. Never push, never be on the defense, just be gentle. Set a goal to have as fun and ask 5 people every single day. Right now, I will tell you, set a goal to have fun and get on that Facebook page and start liking your friends, liking friends, people that don't sell Tupperware. Go on there and go to the stories and like and tag and enjoy and comment. You need to create more friends, and that is a good thing to do. 25 a day. You know, right now, set a goal to ask 5 people every time you go outside of the home, who do you know that sells Tupperware? And when they say, I don't know anybody that sells Tupperware, say, oh, good. I was hoping you'd say that. I'd love to give you a free Tupperware catalog. Are you interested? And if they say, okay, I'd love a free Tupperware catalog, say, awesome. If you want to, you can give me your name and your phone number, and I put you in a drawing for free Tupperware this month. I give away $25 in free Tupperware every month, and you could be one of the lucky winners. And guess what? They do it. All right. And I personally will tell you that I take sticky notes, then they're already stuck to the front of the Tupperware catalog. So all they have to do is put their name and phone number on that, and then it's already done. Okay. And so it makes it easy. So I'm not looking for a piece of Tupperware paper, a piece of paper. So it just makes it easier. All right. Everything. I'm not good in sales. Well, surveyed from the UCLA. They surveyed 10,000 people. And they asked, why did you buy? And they said that 55% said, because of the way the salesperson walked. Walked, what? And 6% said because of the knowledge of the salesperson. That's crazy. You know what? It's confidence. If you have confidence, you can sell more Tupperware than a person that knows everything about Tupperware. People like confidence. And so when you do a Tupperware party with confidence and you enjoy yourself, people will buy and they'll want to date a Tupperware party and they'll want to book from you because you had confidence. They like it. Confidence is attractive. If you could make a wish and wishes come true, what would it be? Well, I want to tell you, would it be flexibility? Would it be fun? Would it be financial freedom? Would it be family? Would it be friends? That's what we offer. That's what we have for you. Do you want to have fun? Where do you want to go? With who? What do you want to do? Where do you want to live? What contributions do you want to make? Do you want to go on vacation? What child needs braces? Do you want to remodel your home? You know what? The first step to getting the things that you want out of life is deciding what you want. And that's from Ben Stein. And you know, when I was very, very young and I started Tupperware, I was so glad that somebody took the time to let me dream. And I know that dress is back in style right now. You're all thinking right now, aren't you? You're like, wait, the dress is back in style. You're right. Jim was a police officer. And as a police officer, we had little people, two little people. And I will share with you, we had one car, and it was kind of tough because he was working 3 to 11, 11 to 7, and 7 to 3. And when I got into Tupperware, I decided that I was only going to get in just to take care of my ceramics night, okay? Because I just wanted free Tupperware. And so I decided I would get in and I would try out the business, and I was going to give up ceramics so that Jimmy didn't, I didn't interrupt his real career because he had the real job. And I was not working at this time because the kids were young. And so that's the idea. That's what we were going to do. And guess what? Well, motivation happened. When I got into Tupperware, I realized there was more and there was an opportunity for more. And I started motivating myself because I found my why. And pretty soon I realized that this business had a lot more to offer. And I wanted to share with you that there's this wonderful exercise I want to encourage you to do right now. And it's the why exercise. And I want you to promise me that you'll do this. And so the first question is, I want you to do, and this was me 40 years ago. And so this is the why. Ask yourself, what do you really, really, really want? Well, 40 years ago, I would have said, I want to make those 6 figures. Why? I want a new home and I want to put my kids through college. Why? I don't want Jimmy working so hard and I want him to be proud of me. Why? Because I can't fail my husband and my children. I am smart. I am brave. I always do this. And I can do this. Ryan is 4 and the clock is ticking. In 14 years, he will be out of the house and on his own. Never again will I have the opportunity to give him the childhood that I want to give him. There's a countdown on, and it's limited time. Opportunity is now or never. Now I want to ask you, at 6 o'clock in the morning, when I need to get out of bed and I need to prep for my day, which do you think you would believe would be more compelling for you? Number 1, I need to get up because I want to make 6 figures and I want to pay my bills and buy a house and invest into college. Or number 2, I need to get up because the clock is ticking and I have 12 to 18 years to do everything possibly I can for my Ryan, Justin, and Ashley and the childhood I've always wanted for them. So you see, my why was never, ever to pay my bills and buy a house and put them through college. My why was to create the childhood I wanted my children to have. That was my why. So what is your why? When your why is big enough, you'll find your how. It just shows up. And my how became Tupperware. Most people think my Most people are skeptical of what I do because society has taught them to get a job and not an opportunity. Let me tell you something. My why was so big. I made more money than any of my girlfriends I know that went to college for 6 or 8 years. And I continue to make more money. Because why? My why. Ryan at 4, Justin at 18 months at that time. And then a little girl came along, little Ashley, our little third, who for Tupperware, I thought I never could afford to have a third child. Thank God. I had a dream to have a third child, and I did. And when I put her through college and she finally graduated, that was my dream come through, all my kids to go to college. And that was really exciting. And then her dream wedding was another very big accomplishment. Not that the boys' weddings weren't very important, and they were, but you know what? Her wedding was the wedding I got to plan. And Jim and I had gotten married in the parsonage. There was no big wedding. It was just a small wedding. My dad was a Baptist minister, and there's no great big funds for big weddings. And so when I planned Ashley's wedding, she said to the wedding planner, whatever my mom says goes, her taste is better than mine. That's the relationship my daughter and I have. And still to this day, we're very, very close. And we cherish each other along with the rest of my family, my boys, and these are my little grandchildren. And I couldn't do that picture without adding him because he's the newest little boy. If you know, are my friend on Facebook, you knew he did not like Santa. So I had to give you another picture of him with his big blue eyes. But you know what? It's not just that. It's also the fact that today my why has gotten bigger because today my mom lives with me. And you know what? I can do that because I work out of my home, and a lot of people work out of their home today, but not 5 years ago when I brought mommy here in 2018, I could bring her here and still run a $4 million business out of my home and have my mother here with me. So it's time for you to talk about your why. Pull out that pillowcase if you haven't started it already and put on there what you really want. What is your why? What do you really want? What is your big why? I want you to start it now, but I will continue with some of the slides here. I will tell you, Jim and I have gone to 32 countries. I do not have a picture up here for every country. I just threw a couple of them up there. But we have Norway and Hong Kong and France and Italy and Finland, the Netherlands, actually Alaska's up there at the top. I just like that picture. I think it's pretty. It's not another country, but it's cool. But just all kinds of really cool places, all free from Tupperware. Not a trip on there that was not a gift from Tupperware. And it's just a dream come true because they've always said, if you do this, I'll give you this. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to go for it. But I'm not the only one that's had big dreams come true. And I'm not the only, my family is not the only reason that drives me in this business. I showed you a picture of my mother that drives me in this business today because I love that. But I will tell you, the other thing that drives me is my extended family, and that is my Tupperware family. And I absolutely love the opportunity to help other dreams come true for their families. And whether it's Eilena, which is Loretta's daughter, or it's Joey, which is Ellen's son, or whether it's, you know, honestly, all of the kids, the Tupper kids, they're very important to me. And I love working with every one of you to help your family's dreams come true, just like Tupperware is able to help my family's dream come true. And you've got to make the decision. It's not me that makes this decision. It's you that makes the decision that your why is big enough. And then let your why be so big that there's no naysayers out there bigger than your why. Your why, if it's big enough, people can say to you, only a few people make money in Tupperware. And you'll think it's going to be me. And you'll see yourself at the top. Nothing stops you. Nothing. When people say, isn't there BPA in plastic? You'll think it won't stop you at all because you'll know the facts and you'll know the truth, and you've been on the website and you've read all about it, and you know that in 2010 Tupperware completely quit using any BPA. However, they only had it in a few products that aren't even sold here in the United States, and you'll know all the facts and all the truth, and it won't bother you a bit. And anything else that they say, I mean, I could come up with a million and you probably could too. It won't bother you because you'll know the truth. And you know what? You'll know the fact that Tupperware is one of the first 4 companies that are taking the plastic out of the ocean and recycling it and making an Eco Plus product that we're so proud of. And we're the solution, and that we make a permanent water bottle that can be used over and over and over again. And that we are truly an asset to the American public, that we can actually do that for them. You know what? You can be part of that solution. And there are lots of whys out there that I know about, whether it's Nancy Langen loving the fact that she has the flexibility to work today, yet be able to spoil those grandbabies, and those are her twin grandbabies. It's Loretta working now and being able that her children are growing, but she still has the flexibility to take care of mom. You know, the fact that she bought her husband brand new truck. I remember the year she put the truck on her pillowcase and then she paid cash for it. I'll never forget that. I'll never forget the year that Ellen put Mickey Mouse on the top on her pillowcase, and Jessica put Mickey Mouse on her pillowcase. And I remember those years, and over again, I remember the girls getting to go on the Disney trip. And today our trips are all over the world. You book any trip you want because you can earn it free in Tupperware, because you get travel vouchers and you can go anywhere. Yes, it can be Disney, but it can be anywhere. It doesn't have to be Disney anymore. It's open to any travel. Maybe your why is abundance and friendships. Maybe you love the fact that you really like to be part of a team. And maybe you're not willing to ever let that go because you really like that. Maybe it's the fact that you really like having the flexibility and raising the next legacy and letting her see your success in running a business. And I know that that's a picture of Lori with her little girl, having her daughter in the studio, seeing her mom's success and big picture on the wall, or Lydia getting her very first diploma in Tupperware. Go ahead and work on that pellet case because we want to show them off tonight. Or maybe your why is working with your children. And I know that's Amy's one of her big whys. And it was certainly one of mine too, with the children being young. You know, Tupperware's got such a really cool product, but I will tell you that Harvard Business Review says that promotions aren't just about skills, they are about relationships. And so know what makes a great job, know what makes you great at your job and share it. It is your gift for others. And that's what's going to make you promote up. And so understand how others see you and shift your perspective from the me to the we. Mentor others to develop your relationship, your leadership skills, and learn how to work productively with personalities that are difficult for you. And number 5, oh, no, there's only 4. Never mind. One of the things I like here, though, is to advance to top organizational leadership. You must be able to work well with others. After all, teams don't succeed through individual efforts. They achieve results through collective leadership. And that is something that I wrote today because I was thinking about how does success truly happen to a top organization? And it's by learning to work together. And those who've learned to work together go straight to the top. And that's how you make it happen. And so I want you to know something as you're dreaming. I want to remind you of one thing, because I know some of you are thinking, I don't have the money for this. I can't do this. God never gave you a dream by matching it to your budget, ever. He's not checking your bank account like Ellen did. He's checking your faith. So do you believe in yourself? Do you believe that God will give you all of the potential for your dream to come true? I do. I know it can happen. I've seen it over and over and over again. And so I'm giving you the opportunity to have more time. I'm giving you the opportunity to have more confidence, more adventure, more freedom, more money, You are living life on your terms. Today is a new world. Want more in life? What more are you looking for? Finish that pillowcase. Is your compelling why compelling enough? If your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough. All right. Who's worked on their pillowcase? I'm going to take my screens down. Anybody want to share? It's share time. Don't be shy. We'll let you post your pillowcase on the Facebook page as well, and have a chance to win gifts from Pam and Jim this week. We'll do drawings next week, but right now, is there anybody that's willing to share?
I just made it tonight. I'm like, oh my gosh. So it's actually the top of a Christmas box lid.
Okay.
I had to be creative.
Okay.
Well, my daughter is going to be in the London New Year's parade next year. So she'll be a senior in the marching band, and of course, parents and families have to chip in to get them there. So I'd love to put money towards her trip.
Uh-huh.
I did have 2 surgeries last year, so still trying to pay off those medical bills.
Sure.
And then my son has been in New York for a couple years, and I've never gone to visit him there yet. So he always teases me. So I'm hoping we're trying to go next November around Christmas time to see all the cool stuff. So I have to save up for that.
Mm-hmm.
And in the middle, I put all the things I want to work on for the next year.
Okay. Okay. So can you tell me, Christy, how you will feel to have some of these things accomplished? What is the one thing on here that would make you feel the most excited?
I really want to build my team. I was very fortunate that I have Miss Robin, our superstar, sign up underneath me.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, it's been really difficult just because my full-time job does take a lot of time.
Mm-hmm.
And my phone is dying. Oh my.
Oh no. Oh no. Darn. Okay. All right. Who else wants to share your pillowcase?
I have the back of my my notes that I do for parties and for training, and it's got all my team information, and this is the back of it.
Is this Sudi?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, Sudi, thank you. And tell me, Sudi, tell me what is, okay. I'm looking at it now. Okay, Sudi. All right. So you tell me what it is.
Okay. The sleep is for me to have better sleep and better sleep habits.
Okay.
And then the health and the 100% kind of go hand in hand. I am working on getting 100% disability, so I don't have to hurt every day.
Okay.
And that 100% will give us financial stability.
Okay.
We are working on paying off some of our little loans that we had to take out. And that 100% will almost double my income.
Mm-hmm.
So again, that's going to give us financial stability to do the home improvements that are needed, or to include the fence that I put around the house.
Sure. Okay.
So we can just let our dogs go out and they can run and play and instead of being on leashes.
Okay. All right.
And
Thanks for sharing. Thank
there's
you.
team building. I want to build my team where I have more active people and quality instead of quantity.
Okay.
And then
we go for the quality, because when we go for quantity, we get quality. Quality comes from quantity. I tell you, top in the nation. I guarantee you quality comes from quantity. So keep recruiting them all. God will sort them out. Cream rises to the top.
Garrett had his up too, Pam.
Okay, Garrett, share with us.
Sorry, I take you off mute there for a minute. I'm still working on mine, so as you can see, but from this side is I have a lot of dental work that needs to be done that is going to cost a very pretty penny. So I'd like to be able to pay for that so I can have more personal self-confidence so I can do other things in my life.
Sure.
To get that done, I definitely need more of that, which I know Tupperware can help with.
Okay.
And then wherever it is, there it is. The cross is more of a red cross for health. Both myself and my husband James have some health issues that I'd like for us to be able to get sorted out and fixed and everything. And then over here, USF is just I want to be able to take my family on a trip to Universal Studios in Florida, because that's something that we've always wanted to do. So that's a goal.
Okay.
And then, of course, paying off our car and getting another car would be nice, but paying off the car that we have. And then, of course, financial independence. I don't want to have to, like you were talking about, I don't want to have to calculate everything when I go to the store anymore. I would love to not have to do that. I've been doing that my whole life, and I would love to not have to do that.
Okay, absolutely. So tell me, what makes you get up in the morning? What on there would make you the most excited? What on there would make you feel the most unbelievable freedom?
Not having to think about where money is going to come from. That's because that's what keeps me up at night, is wondering where the money is going to come from. So
I remember
if I
those
can
days.
not have to think about that, then that would definitely that gets me up in the that would definitely get me up in the.
Yeah, I remember those days. That's why I couldn't go to sleep when she started talking to me about six figures. I couldn't even sleep because those were those nights when I would stress and lay awake thinking about how we're going to make it through the next month or whatever. Yeah. So I certainly can understand that. So getting, thinking of that, Garrett, what can be your biggest why, your financial freedom, knowing that you and your husband, taking off that stress and not worrying about that and having that financial freedom, just knowing that, painting that picture of whatever that is for you. What is that picture? Just, what you need to paint a picture so you can just see that over and over and over again. What does that look like for you? What is financial freedom?
If something is needed in my family or for my family or in my life, then I can get it, not worry about it, not think about it. Just if a family member calls and says, Garrett, I need you to do XYZ, I need you to be down 3 hours from where you're living because, the family member's in the hospital or something, I can stop what I'm doing, drop what I'm doing, and take that trip. Like Ellen was talking about with her father, being able to just stop, do what I need to do for my family, and I think that's the financial where I see my financial freedom is not having to think about money at all.
Okay. And so I see a picture of you even actually handing out with your hands out, like, with money in your hand and handing out because you want to be able to be a giver.
Oh yeah, definitely. If my family needs something, I want to be able to give it to them. If they, I have family members that are ill too, and they struggle with trying to figure out how they're going to pay those bills. And so if I can get to that point where I can say, what, don't worry about it, I can help. I'll help you out with it.
Yeah,
that's
the joy of giving.
Definitely a place for me.
Yeah.
Stop making money for other people and make money for yourself.
Yeah, as my husband was saying, is stop making money for other people and start making money for ourselves.
Right. Here's the thing. There's 3 parts of your brain, and that part of your brain that really honestly needs to have all of this information, doesn't read, it only sees pictures. And that's why I'm trying to get you to visualize it, because you need a picture in, even if you don't draw it out, you need it in your brain. You need to visualize. And that's why it's so important for people to see themselves achieving goals and not just write it down. They need to see, and in fact, writing down a goal, part of writing down a goal is seeing it written, because saying it is not nearly as effective as writing it, because when you see it written, that's the part of your brain that is motivated through emotions, and success happens when you can hit the emotion in your body, in your heart, and in your brain. And so that's why I'm helping you visualize it in some way, shape, or form. You need to visualize it. Even if you don't draw it on that piece of paper or a pillowcase, you need to have a vision of what you find financial freedom is for you, because that's your why. You want financial freedom. You don't want the stress of money. Okay. All right. All right. Who else has one they want to share?
Pam, I'm finally muted. Sorry, I was driving home.
Oh, okay. Who is this?
Kathy Buckley.
Oh, hi, Kathy. Okay.
So, of course, I'd love to step up to manager, and I'm continually working on that. But our big thing is to get our RV and be able to travel and not have to continue to work the rest of our lives, and to like pay our car payments off, and just have Tupperware as our income instead of Allied Universal.
Okay.
So, I mean, and I even put on here Allied Universal Security crossed off in Tupperware.
Okay, so you want to be full-time Tupperware.
Yes, and on my RV, I've got, and I'm a terrible drawer. I should have had my daughter draw this stuff.
No, it doesn't matter how you draw. It's the fact that your brain can see it in a picture and better than it can read, or it's more important to see it written than not at all, but a picture is the best.
And I don't know if you can see on my RV, I've got Tupperware by Kathy.
I see that. That's so cool. Way to go, Kathy. I love it. I love it. Thank you for sharing, Kathy. And Kathy's on all the time, you guys. She has to be at work and she like multitask. She will not miss it. She doesn't have to. She's going to multitask and she's working on one phone and Tupperwaring on the other. Love it.
You got that right.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this. We need to jump over to our recognition. And so we can do that for you guys, because some of you have had great success, and I do not want to pass up the opportunity to congratulate you for that. And I hope you've enjoyed your Y rally tonight, and I hope that you have your amazing pillowcase done. As we get ready to jump over to that, I want to ask Jenny, would you share with us, Jenny, some of those amazing gifts that they can get? I love all of that stuff set up done this month. When you have the opportunity to be working in your business, when you sell the product, you get free Tupperware gifts. All right. So Jenny's going to share with us those gifts. Go for it, Jenny.
Hey, we will do this really quickly while Pam's getting ready to do all the recognition. So last week, if you did 200, you got the bags, right? So you're a little almost on your way there. If you do a 2-week $500 sale, you get all 4 of the small Fruit Smarts, which is great because these things are amazing. They're great for all kinds of things in your refrigerator. They're great for berries and like herbs, things like that. And they're great for, like, if you have larger pieces of fruit, but you don't have all of them, like when your strawberries are almost gone or some of your pineapples almost gone, they're great for, and to pack for lunches and things like that. So you get 4 of those, which I love them. Okay. But once you start the sales for this month, when you start doing your parties and you've got your parties going, and this is a great month for all those parties for your large amounts of personal sales, right? $1,000 sales, $2,000. And Tupperware they think about us, guys, okay? So if you look at these that you can get as your personal sales grow this month, for $2,000 in sales, personal sales, you can get any one of these sets for $20. Now, when you get to $3,500 in personal sales, you can get another set for $20. And when you get to $5,000 in personal sales, you can get another set. So up to 3 sets for $20. So $5,000 in sales for $60, you can get 3 of these sets. And what I want you to think about with that is they're sets, okay? Tupperware is helping set you up for sets to take to your parties or to demo on your Facebook parties so that you can sell in sets. You don't have just one thing to show or one thing to take to a party. You have a whole set of vent and serves. You have a set of modular mates. You have the set of the Clearly Elegant. I love these. You got the set of the Fridge Smarts. Plus you're going to have these too, because you're going to have the $500 in sales, right? And if you've just joined this month, you're going to have, all right, you're going to have these, which is a set of all these little fish. These are your first $40 order, right? And if you get one of these, you're going to have the $40 order. And if you join for your first $500 party, you're going to get this, which is the set of the Master Grade system, which is amazing. So Tupperware is giving you so many sets that you can use. And when you have a $5,000 month, do you know how much money you're going to be making? It's incredible. Plus, if you're in your first 16 weeks, I think, 13 weeks maybe, all of this is going on your Confident Start program too. So you're earning all that other stuff. So when Pamela's saying things like, if you do this, Tupperware is going to give you this, it's just incredible. And it just keeps getting better and better. So if you just started, make sure that you're doing as much as you can this first month. And if you've been in Tupperware a while, just do the personal parties this month, get that personal sales in so that you can take advantage of as many of these sets for $20 a piece as humanly possible, guys. And if you're doing your own personal parties, you know, it's double host credit month, guys. If you're doing a $1,000 party, you're going to get $400 worth of Tupperware free. Plus, you can get into some of this stuff. If you have a $2,000 party, you get a set of this for $20. Plus, you're going to get the double host credits. So it's a win-win situation no matter how you go about it. There's no other way to explain that. Okay, Pam, go ahead.
All right, thank you so much. And we're going to share our screens again. So we want to recognize our newest managers that promoted in the first, they're brand new managers in January. Congratulations, Michelle Ringel, and congratulations, Loretta, for bringing Michelle up to manager title. And also for Candace Jones, congratulations for helping Candace become a manager with us again at Champion. Congratulations to her. Also in your organization with Lydia's Butterfly, we have Marianne Miller. She is an Amish girl, so we don't have her picture. And we also have another Amish girl, Sarah Weaver, and we do have her picture because her sister is also with us. And that is with Lydia's Butterflies because Lydia became a 2-star director. Woohoo! Congratulations, Lydia. That is awesome. And we also want to recognize our Gina Arnold. Congratulations, brand new manager. Woohoo! That is awesome. And yes, several of you did earn the 3 bags. And that's funny. It's 3 Kings Day in Canada. And we are talking about 3 bags. I have a girlfriend in Canada. She just texted me and said it was 3 Kings Day. And I'm like, okay, good. I'm doing rally. 1 week only. You guys did it too. Great job on this. Look how many people got it. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, ready? Bam. That was a lot of champions. I love it. It's alphabetical order, so it's easy to find your name. And I'll leave it up there for a second because I know some of you like to take pictures of those screens too. And wow, there's a lot of champions. And that was that's that week between Christmas and New Year's when you really don't know what day it is. It's a crazy week. So congratulations to all of you. And then we also want to recognize our first order award, 1 week only. And if you came into the business last week, and you submitted your first $40 order, which you still have until the end of January to do. But if you came into the business last week and you submit a $40 order, you get all of that Tupperware. for $25. So congratulations to you. And 2 of you have already done it. And that is Karen Bandit and Naomi Click. So congratulations to you 2 already that are going to get that for just $25. However, there's 8 of you that have, or 16 of you, I believe, that still have a chance to get it for just the $25. Now, everybody that does recruit the whole month of January, for your first recruit, you do get this, the bowls, and they're $15. And they are very nice bowls, by the way. They, your recruit has to submit a $40 order, but these are very, very nice crystal white bowls, and they're stain guarded. You're going to absolutely love having it in their home, and they're white clear bases, and they are black seals, very pretty. All right, who's earned them already? Julie Jackson and Sarah Weaver. Congratulations to both of you. And guess what? Everybody that has their second recruit, their third recruit, and their fourth recruit, who submits a $40 order as well, you're going to get from Pam and Jim at Champion another wonderful gift. And that is for your second recruit, a t-shirt that says Love Tupperware for just $15. The third recruit, a sweatshirt that says Love Tupperware for just $15. And the fourth recruit, it's a zip up hoodie that says Love Tupperware. And they're all the buffalo plaid, just a fun addition to your already fun logo wear that we love to keep you in closet candy all the time to make it fun for you to have great products that you can use to build your business and get attention when you're out and about doing your errands and so forth. And so let's recognize our week 1 performers, and congratulations. What to take to be in the top 10 in week 1, $684. Marianne Miller, congratulations. Kathy Elliott and Tammy McClung, congratulations. Deb Longgood and Miriam Miller. So that's going to drive me crazy. You are a little Miller, mom and daughter, actually. And Katja Super, congratulations. And Angela Beck, congratulations. And Christy Greer, congratulations. And Christine Walker, congratulations. And number 1, Loretta DeCenzo Tiber, way to go with over $1,833. And unit sales, congratulations. We have number 10, Christy Scars Rock, congratulations, and Paula Berry and Amy Beebe and Katja Super and Christy Greer, and congratulations, Mary Ann Miller and Leanne Anderson and Christine Walker and Angela Neisel, and number 1, Crystal Martin, congratulations. And team sales, congratulations to Melanie Reidenauer, Jennifer Cheatham, Lydia Sutliff, Valerie Fisher, Loretta DeCenzo Tiber, Manel Franklin, Christy Jackson, Sarah Weaver, Deb Longgood, and number 1, Ellen Lewis. Now, org sales, congratulations, Melissa Tenney and Lydia Sutliff, and Amy Gardner, congratulations, Loretta DeCenzo Tiber, and number 1, Ellen Lewis, 21,000, way to go. Also, congratulations with our recruiters. We have number 10, and Andrea Bashirs and Deb Morris. Congratulations to Nancy Lagan and Michelle Daughtery. And we also Becky Click and Sarah Weaver and Christy Jackson, Christy Jackson, yes, and Julie Jackson. And Jennifer Cheatham, and number 1, Manel Franklin. Congratulations, unit recruiting. Number 5, Angela Beck, Noreen Burns, Debbie Morris, Crystal Martin, and Julie Jackson. And team recruiting, Kelly Hamilton, Valerie Fisher, Sarah Weaver, Lori Morris, Gina Flower, Nancy Lagan, Jennifer Cheatham, Christy Jackson, and number 1, Manel Franklin with 5. Way to go, Manel. Now, org recruiting, Christy Jackson, Amy Gardner, Loretta DeCenzo Tiber, Ellen Lewis, and number 1, Manel Franklin with 6. Congratulations. How fun. All right, guys, I hope you've had a great evening, and we need to turn it over to some free giveaways. And so we want to talk about our chance to give away some Tupperware from last Thursday's rally. And that was Tupper Thursday last week on 12/30. We are AHAs. And so are we ready with our AHA drawing there, Miss?
Yes. Okay, for Tupper Thursday, it is Linda Shirts.
Linda Shirts, congratulations. You're the lucky winner. All right. And now we have our Leaders Zoom, which was last Monday night. We had a great training with Ellen.
That is
updates.
Gina Arnold.
Okay, Gina Ireland. Now, if you are not a leader, you want to be a leader because that is a great meeting. However, we are changing it up and you can start coming on that leader Zoom if you want to be a leader, because we are going to start doing a separate meeting during the same time frame. And so our future leaders meeting and our leaders meeting is on the same call, and we're going to take the meeting and divide the Zoom. And so part of the Zoom will go into one room and the other part of the Zoom will go into another room. So if you want to be a leader, we want you to be on that call. And so this coming Monday night, we are going to be talking about what it takes to be a leader and how you can make more money. So if you're interested about tonight and you thought, yeah, I do have dreams now, I need to know how, we're going to go over the facts. All right. And so you might want to be on there this coming Monday night, because this Monday night will be more about the facts of how to make that money happen. And so if you need to know the facts, you need to be on. And so that is all future leaders that need to know the facts of how to make that happen. Normally that call is not going to be just about the facts of how to make it happen, but more about how, how to date parties and how to do all those kind of things. And there'll be some of that too, but we really do need to go over the levels with you on Monday night. Okay. All right. The next draw is Haas from your chance to win Pam swag from cooking. Oh my gosh, that was a fun cooking show. If you were not on that, you missed a good cooking show. We had Robin cooking and Amy cooking and Ellen cooking. And I wanted to go to all their houses and eat. It all looks so good. So the cooking show. Who is our winner?
Rebecca DeYoung.
Oh boy, Rebecca DeYoung. Congratulations. And our next one is last night. Oh my goodness, Ellen, every Wednesday night, you're going to hear an interview. Ellen does interview one of our champions and talks to them about the Tupperware business and what this made their business succeed and why they've liked it and how they use their Tupperware business to enhance their life. And she did Miss Carrie last night. Great interview. Thank you, Ellen, so much.
Darlene Bacon.
Darlene Bacon. All right. Congratulations. All right, guys, we have had a great night and I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. I certainly have loved having the opportunity to be with you this evening. And you know what? I also wanted to share with you that if you wrote your dream tonight and your why tonight and you did your Pella case, please, 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 we're going to give you the opportunity to share it. I will be making a post and make it out there for you to put your Pella case out there. Share your Pella case from tonight on there and asking you to do that. And we'll be giving an extra gift from Gemini for you to post your pillowcase from tonight. And just really want you to know that the most important thing about that pillowcase is you find the one thing on there that really does mean the most to you, because everything you write on that pillowcase and draw on that pillowcase, there's one thing that really tugs at you. And that one thing that really tugs at you, the rule is, if it's really your why, it'll make you cry. And here I am 40 years later, and my why can still make me cry. So if it's your why and it's big enough, it can make you cry. All right, guys, I hope you had a great night tonight, and I hope it meant a lot to you to find your why. Thank you guys so much. We're going to give away some free Tupperware tonight and our PM swag. And so, Jenny, did we hit all of our draws that we needed to do tonight?
We need to do a share the shine because they've been doing that really well.
You guys are rocking Share the Shine. I'm so proud of you. All right. So who wants Share the Shine? Let's find out our winner. Give it away, Jenny.
Terry Ruffino.
Oh, good. You deserve to win that, Terry. That was so good. I love you guys sharing the shine. I want to thank you. That's how we're going to grow together. That's how we're all going to make more money, is because we're going to always learn ideas. We can learn so much from each other. My goodness, I'm not kidding. The Share the Shine is rocking. I'm loving it. And it's so fun to give away stuff when you share the shine. I want you to win. All right. All right. And next we have what, Jenny?
Either first time guest if Jessica has any, or
Jessica, do we have guests?
No, not today.
Okay.
Okay. And then just attendance if we have one.
Okay, we have 39. Alexa, Give me a random number between 1 and 39. Hey, Alexa. She started to when I shut her up. It's 12.
That's you.
It's me?
No, you have to count.
Oh,
Pam,
my
you win
ass
Pam
so long.
swag.
I'm like, I've never won my swag before. Okay.
That is really cool.
Okay, 10, 11, 12. It's Stacy. Congratulations, Stacy. I'm so glad to have you on tonight. That's so awesome. Stacy, it's, I don't know. I guess I've not seen you on, but I have not seen you on, Stacy Thorne. So it's good for me to see you on tonight. I'm so excited to see you on tonight. So congratulations for winning tonight, Stacy. Yay. All right. All right. That was really funny. All right. Congratulations. All right. Anything else?
No, that's it. I think we're done.
Okay. Awesome. All right, guys. I hope you had fun tonight. I know I made you laugh. All right. Bye-bye. Bye, guys.